If I were to build a capsule makeup collection from scratch, this is where I'd start. This is going to be more about the kind of products I'm talking about rather than the specific brands. Level 1 will have just 3 4 products. Doing makeup with these should not take you more than 2 to 5 minutes. So this is for someone college going, office going, or just someone who does not want to have a big makeup collection. The number one makeup product which I feel like everyone should start with, whether you're a beginner, in my opinion, is a concealer that matches you perfectly, the one that you can use under your eyes and on your whole face. I have just used this one concealer for my entire makeup today, and it doesn't look like I've just used concealer. This is the only complexion product we're going to have in level 1, so it has to be like a perfect match. It has to be of good quality, look good on your skin. If it looks good on your skin, you're going to feel good in it. I started off with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. That's a great one too. For what's in the market currently, this is the one. These are the ones that I would highly recommend. The first is the Mars Cancel Concealer. I'm in the shade 05. And the next, Bear With Me Serum Concealer. This, I consider this as a foundation, honestly. You can use it under the eyes. It's beautiful, it's hydrating, it's skin-like. It wears beautifully. It has this pump packaging, so it almost counts like a foundation for me. It looks so beautiful even all over your face. So we are also going to focus on products that you can multi-purpose with. Second product is a mascara. Now you are not going to spend a lot here. You could have an expensive concealer foundation, but with mascaras you can easily get away with affordable ones. My old favorites is the Staze 929. It's a tubing mascara. My current favorite has to be this one from e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This is what I have on right now. It gives that insane length and separation that looks very natural. Let's bring some color back to the face. Blush. Now I have two options. First is going to be like a watery tint stain if you like something that looks super natural on your cheeks and your lips. There are a lot of options in the market. This is just an example that I'm giving. If you're not into watery tints, you could get something like this, which is a multi stick. You can also get lip and cheek tints which come in pot packaging. I mean, they work the same, but I prefer stick packaging. This is from Kiro. This one is in the shade Vintage Rose. I specifically love this shade because I feel this has the perfect mix of rosy, brown, and pink. You use this on your eyes, your cheeks, your lips. Something like this could add like great value to your collection. You could stop right here. But since I do really like a glossy lip, I would go with something like a tinted lip balm. Now, I'm mentioning a tinted lip balm because it has some color, but also gives you hydration and nourishment. It could also be like an extension of your skincare routine. It's from Typsy. This is the Pout polish. Oh my god, this is so good. This is what I have. It looks as good as a gloss. Before we move on to level 2, I do want to say that maybe instead of the tinted lip balm or a lip product, for someone with oily skin, powdered could be more important for you. So feel free to swap one product with another according to your needs. Coming to level 2 now, this is for someone who wants to put in a little bit more makeup, but not the makeup that kind of looks cakey or makeupy. We are going to start leveling up and build our makeup collection. This routine will take you max 10 to 12 minutes. How I wish when I started we had skin tints, because there was no concept of skin tints in 2017, in 2018, 2019. Since we already have concealer, we are adding one more product to our complexion category, which is a skin tint. You cannot go wrong with a skin tint, and this one is amazing to start with. I'm in the shade FL10. It's dewy, it's hydrating, it looks like skin. If you have even more perfect skin, you can easily go with tinted SPFs as well. I love the one from Dot and Key. If you're looking for something to just even out your skin, and skin tint is a lot for you, if I were you, I would spend my money on base products like concealer or foundation. If your concealer foundation looks good, anything you put on top, no matter what kind of, even if you put like 100 rupees blush on top, is gonna look good. I didn't add brows in my level 1 because it's not something that I couldn't do without, because I do have good dark bushy brows already. All I just need is something to set it. I feel like brow gels are the most easiest, quickest way to do your brows. These are the ones that I really like. They have little tint. They are gonna look natural. They have some hold to it. The next one definitely has more hold to it than e.l.f. If you are into brow pencils, and I really like the microfine tip, is going to give you a lot of precision. There's one from Benefit, from Swiss Beauty, NYX, even Nykaa has one, which I used to use earlier. Since I've switched to brow gels, I haven't been able to go back. If you're someone who just puts on eyeshadow for like special occasions, one and done eyeshadows are your thing. I love one and done eyeshadows over eyeshadow palettes any day. I feel like where we lack is matte ones, because most of the ones that I have, I realized were these shimmery, glittery ones. This one is so beautiful. It's from ColourPop. It has brown base to it, so it just adds that speck of glitter all over your lids. I only recently started getting into powders. I know it is a holy grail for most people. There are two kinds. First is a loose powder. Second is a compact powder. Compact powder is something that is more like a finishing powder, which has a little bit of coverage. And loose powders are something that's gonna make your makeup long lasting. I think my most favorite affordable loose powder has to be this one from PAC. It's a mini. It's the translucent powder. This is so beautiful. It's so finely milled. Finely milled, doesn't look cakey, heavy, but sets your makeup. I also have the Huda Beauty loose powder. This is the cherry blossom cake. I actually prefer the pack over my Huda Beauty, and I use my pack powder over my Huda Beauty powder. We have reached the final level, which is level 3. Now, this is for someone who wants to expand their makeup collection even more. Using these products, the makeup could take like 20 to 25 minutes. Eyeliners and kajals. I'm going to link everything that I'm showing here. We have the Renee's Midnight Kohl, which I find really nice. Then we have this Ruby's Organics. This is a brown one. I totally feel like you should have a brown and a black kohl both. This is like a blue one. If you're into that, if you're into colorful eye pencils as well. And then finally a liquid liner. Eye makeup is that category where I don't like to experiment a lot, so I just stick to what works. On similar lines, eyeshadow palettes, I have two that are completely drastic, completely poles apart in terms of price point. I stick to an eyeshadow palette, I stick to using it for a really long time, and I don't want to experiment a lot or switch out my eyeshadow palettes. I use it for years. So splurging on this one felt valid. Plus, this is a very neutral palette, and I know that I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. And the quality of this palette is just insane. It's the OG, the Naked palette from Urban Decay. If you're not a big palette girly, then quads, then small eyeshadow palettes will be your thing. This is a neutral palette, but it has a black and a rose gold color. Makeup Revolution palettes are also amazing. They have newer ones, I'm sure. This is a very old palette that I still have and I really like. It has some cool tones, it has a golden, it has a black, it has some neutral tones, it also has warm tones, and the quality is just really nice. Coming to powder blushes, bronzers, and contours. This one from e.l.f, it's the Beauty Wand Contour. All the e.l.f products I'm mentioning, make sure you get them on sale so that you can get like two products for the price of one. This one has a really nice undertone to it. You don't necessarily need both a contour and a bronzer. I'm more of a bronzer person. This is the one that I've been using for powder bronzer. You can also easily use these on your eyes, like just a one and done eyeshadow, like a color all over your lids. Full coverage concealer. Again, something that you can use on your whole entire face. This is a full coverage concealer that I really like, but it's also very hydrating. It's this two-faced concealer, perfect if you're a bride to be, perfect if you're going for a wedding, and if you're looking for that high-end concealer. For foundations, go with a satin finish foundation. Go for foundations that are buildable, something that you can wear that looks like skin, but you can also build it up to a medium to full coverage. I have three options for you. The first one is all of these three I've been testing the Maybelline Superstay. They have a mini which is cool. I'm the shade 220. It is a Lumi Matte foundation. It is the most thinnest foundation I've ever used. This is another option if you're looking for more shades. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I'm in the shade 25. So beautiful throughout the day. Again, has that satin kind of a finish, which I really like. If you don't mind spending a little bit more on a foundation, the coverage on this Luar Beauty foundation is insane. It's called the Luminous Veil Liquid Foundation. I don't find it to be too luminous and glowy. Wear time of this is just amazing. I'm in the shade L4. I have already posted a shots demonstrating this, so maybe go watch that. Primers also, we have different kind of primers. Pick one. You don't need all. There's a blurring, smoothing primer, there's a hydrating primer, and there is like a glowy primer. This is also very multi-purpose. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow. You have a lot of affordable options now in the market, from Mars, from Insight. Underneath your foundation as a highlighter on your high points of your face. This is a silicone based primer. If you have a lot of large open pores and you just want smoothness on your skin, this is the one. This kind of primers you don't put on your whole face. Now, these kind of primers you put on your entire face because you want to hydrate your entire face. So, hydrating primers comes in like a spray like this, like a hydrating mist. Hydrating mist, you could just use your regular moisturizer or sunscreen. They work as hydrating primers too. Even your milky toners, they work amazing as a base skin prep for your makeup. There are so many things you could do even with your skincare. If you want a very long lasting makeup, try a gripping primer. This is the one from e.l.f, the power grip primer. I use this whenever I want my makeup to just last the entire day. This paired with a good fixing spray, your makeup is not gonna budge. Spend a little money, but pick your setting sprays wisely. Some of the fixing setting sprays out there are just hydrating mists or sprays, and they do nothing to extend the wear of your makeup. The ones that I picked, the ones that you can easily find in India and are like reasonably priced. The Milani Make It Last. This is as good as Charlotte Tilbury. We also have this one from PAC, which is the micro finish makeup fixer. This has a very, very fine mist. It has some fragrance. If you sweat a lot, primers and setting sprays should be there in your makeup kit. 2019 me wouldn't even consider adding a lip liner to their collection. But 2026 me is urging you to add lip liners to your collection. They make a huge difference. They give you that crisp, fuller, plush, very pouty lips. These are the ones that I picked, again, keeping them affordable. One is from e.l.f. It's the Cream Glide Lip Liner. We have the Mars Edge of Desire. You can also go for the Swiss Beauty ones. And then we have Maybelline. This is like the most priciest out of the ones that I've mentioned, but this is so good. But this is probably the best that I've tried from the affordable drugstore category. Colors are really nice. Once this is on, this does not move, which is the purpose of a lip liner. And this actually makes your entire lip combo last a really long time. I couldn't recommend this enough. My favorite lipsticks. For liquid, I have these ones. First is from Mars. Then we have the Nykaa Cloud, Super Light Cloud liquid lipsticks. Most pigmented lip glosses available are these ones from Kiro. I've spoken about these a million times. These are not sheer, these are like full on high pigment. So if you have pigmented lips, this is still going to show up on you. Talking about things that are not really talked about but make a world of a difference are eyelash colors. If you wear mascara and if you are using mascaras, make sure to curl your lashes. Try to mention affordable products as much as possible, but also making sure that they are of good quality and not something that's cheap, because it's your face. You only have one face, so make sure you're putting good products on it. If you're wondering about makeup brushes, I have recently uploaded a video on all of the makeup brushes that I use on an everyday basis, so make sure you check that if you're looking for brush recommendations. With that, we also have come to the end of the video. I really hope this gave you some clarity. If you're a beginner, or even if you're not, if you're just looking for clarity in your makeup collection, I really hope this video reaches the right people. All of these new launches left, right, and center, it can be very overwhelming. And since we are just starting 2026, I know it's going to be a crazy makeup year. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you did, make sure to leave this emoji and also subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to me, and I will see you in my next one.